Welcome back to another how-to video. Today we're going to be checking out how to use TCG Player like a pro, and we are going to do a giveaway today. All you got to do is make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, hit that like, and then answer the question of the day. If you guys could go back in time and stock up on any collectible, what would you guys buy? And there is a correct answer. This is what we're giving away today. Beautiful Cyndaquil promo. Did not want to give this one away, but I know some people really want to get this card. And we do have to announce the winner from last Sunday's giveaway, and it is that Eddie Beastman. Shoot me an email or hit me up on Instagram. I'll get those cards sent out to you. And we do have to give a quick thanks to our video sponsor, and that is Platinum Protectors. If you guys need cases for any type of collectible, Platinum Protectors have got you covered. They got cases for action figures, comic books, diecast, Funko Pops, trading cards, and video games. And when it comes to trading cards, they have so many different options. And they do sell out pretty quick when they get restocked. It does not take too long for them to restock, but they got stuff for One Piece, Lorcana, Pokemon, Japanese Pokemon, got UPCs, booster boxes. They got it all. They got cases that are, $20 for the acrylics, or they got the cases where you can literally pay a couple dollars a case. Definitely check them out. I'll have all the links in the description. Then, of course, if you guys want to try out PSA for your first time, click the link, use the code BEARD25, you get $25 off your first submission. Just got to use a new email for that every time. And same thing with Tag. Click the link, use the code BEARD102, you get 10% off your first submission. And if you guys could do me a massive favor and download the FANATICS Select app, there's going to be 10,000 people that watch this video, and I have 362 followers on there. It's completely free, so definitely check that out. You can watch my Market Monday and my Falling Friday hours before I post on YouTube, and we do a giveaway every single video. And since there's not a ton of followers in there, your chances of winning are super, super good. Like, we got like 20 to 30 people live in the actual chat. So yeah, tons of giveaways. Check it out. But all right, let's get to it. Hop into TCG Player. Now, I know if you've been in the hobby for quite a while, you probably know how to work TCG Player, but hopefully I'll have a few tips and tricks that you didn't know that you could do. But this is definitely going to be for people that are newer in the hobby, moms, dads, grandmas, grandpas, kids. And it is definitely overwhelming to hop on TCG Player for your first time, especially if you do not know what you're doing. I still remember when TCG Player came out, I want to say 2009. It's like right before I graduated from high school, kind of aging myself. But man, when it first came out, it was also overwhelming. I was confused. I didn't know how to work it. It took me a while to figure it out. So I totally get it. So we're just going to run through everything, try to explain it, part by part. So right here, we're on the main page, TCG Player. Up top here, you got Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Disney Lorcana, One Piece, Digimon, Star Wars, Flesh and Blood, more products. I love that they give Digimon some love up top. But you're going to want to click Pokemon. So when you click Pokemon, right here, you got Shop All English and Shop All Japanese. Now, you can just go up top and type in a Pokemon card name, and it will come up, but some other stuff might also come up depending on the name. So it's just much better to go to Pokemon, and then you're going to want to go to Shop All English, unless you want to pick one of the last 10 sets that came out. TCG Player has it right there ready for you. And same with Japanese, like the last 10 sets. So if you're looking for a specific set, you can definitely click one of these. We're just going to click Pitch Black so you guys can see. But they also spread it all out so you can shop single cards, booster packs, booster boxes, and then Pokemon supplies. I personally don't like that they split it up like this. I mean, it's nice if you're just looking for cards, but if you're looking for a little bit of everything, it's kind of annoying. But we're going to go back, click Pokemon. Now we're just going to click Shop All English. So now when you click Shop All English, it's just going to show literally everything, booster boxes, cards, everything for Pokemon for English. So now from here, you can click Filters up top, and this is where you can go down and actually click Cards or Sealed Products, which is a big one. And you can get, card type, Pokemon supporter, energy, trainers. You can even do energy type. There are so many different filters. Rarity, that's a big one that I use constantly. Reverse holo, all that. So that is how you change stuff. So we're just going to change it to cards for now, so you guys can see. So now we have a ton of cards. Look, we got a base set Charizard right next to the Mega Darkrai. One of the oldest cards and one of the newest cards. So you can go over here too. So this is actually on best selling. So it's going to show you what cards are selling the most right now on TCG Player, which I think is a super cool idea. And I love using it. And you can actually get an idea of what is selling the most. But you can go to best match, depending on what you typed in. You can go A to Z, you can go to high to low, or you can go low to high. So remember, you can also change rarity. So if you're looking through here, common, uncommon, all that, secret rare, illustration rare, you can click illustration rare. Now every illustration rare pops up. Then you can go back over here, click high to low. Now you have the most expensive illustration rares. Now again, you could just type in Magikarp up top, and this Magikarp from Paldea Evolved will pop up. But so will a ton of other cards. So you can do Magikarp, and as you can see here, there's the Paldea Magikarp, but so is all the other Magikarps. So if you wanted to just do, Paldea, because some Pokemon like Pikachu have tons of cards. So you can just type in Paldea, and boom, right there, that's going to come up exactly what you want. So that is how you can look up, an individual card. But we're going to go back to all the cards here. Now you can click set. Now it's going to show all the different sets. These are not in order. I kind of wish they were in order, but it's kind of all over the place. But if you do want to shop and look at cards for like the sets actually in order, you can click right here, go back to Pokemon. So there's a couple different things you can do. You can go down and click advanced search down here. Now this is going to show all the sets in order, everything like that. So that's super, super nice. You can even do rarity, all that. So you can click all that, kind of more of an advanced search. But you can also just scroll down to the bottom here and click Pokemon. And when you do that, it brings up all the different sets in complete order. So a few different ways there. You guys can check that out. So let's say I wanted to check out perfect order, shop now, and then boom, we got single cards, booster packs, booster boxes. But honestly, when I like to look up a certain set and I already know the sets, then I like to just go here, type in perfect order, and then boom, we got everything all on one page. Booster boxes, cards, booster bundles, instead of having them, split up like the other option had you have before. And then, you can do high to low. It shows sealed cases, everything. All right, now we are actually going to look at some cards. So I typed in Pikachu. Just like I mentioned before, you type in Pikachu, all these cards come up, all the boxes come up. So again, let's say we wanted to just do boxes this time. You can go down, cards, sealed products, supplies, click sealed products. Boom. Now every sealed product that has Pikachu in the name is going to pop up. Same thing with Charizard. If you go up top, type in Charizard, all the Charizard stuff will pop up. Cards and boxes, you go to filters, go down to sealed products. Boom, all the Charizard boxes are popping up. Remember, you can go to best selling and see what sells the most. And right now it's the Mega Charizard X UPC, which does make sense compared to the rest of the products available right now. And then also, you have to be careful when you're looking up certain cards. Like if you type in M Charizard, you see all these cards. So depending on when the cards came out, there are certain cards that look very, very similar to each other. Like right here, XY Flashfire. We have the Mega Charizard EX. This is the X Secret Rare. Market price, $1,500, but look at the card right next to it. Almost identical card. Literally looks the exact same. Market price, $283. The difference, this is a Secret Rare, as you can see, numbered 108 out of 106. And this one is not numbered 69 out of 106. You can also see this has gold kind of around the border. Very subtle, compared to this one. So always check, the numbers at the bottom. Because then too, even for like basic EXs, like you can type in Team Mewtwo and you don't have to type in the entire card name. Like you type in Team Mewtwo, Team Rocket's Mewtwo is going to pop up. But as you can see here, there's multiple Team Rocket's Mewtwo's. You got the SIR right here, market price $493, but then you also have just a basic EX, $1.83. So many brand new people in the hobby, they pull this basic EX, they think they got the Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX, and they think it's a $500 card. But it is not. It is just the basic ultra rare. The reason they do this is for playability wise. That if someone wants to use a Team Rocket's Mewtwo in their deck, they do not have to pay $500. They can pick one up for $1.83. Especially, you want a lot of copies and stuff in decks. And same thing with the forward here, Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. They're called the exact same thing. There's even 2 Team Rocket's Mewtwo SIRs, which is right over here from Ascended Heroes. So just be careful. Always look at the numbers. Always look at the sets. And make sure you're, comping out the cards correctly. But all right, next we have First Edition and Unlimited. So for a lot of the earlier sets, Fossil, Base, Jungle, all the Neo sets, you can get them in Unlimited or First Edition. Base set, you can also get them in Shadowless. But right here, it says Near Mint Unlimited, and it shows Near Mint Unlimited prices. You can go up top, Filters, and it will have the option for Unlimited First Edition. If it does not have that option, it means there is not, a First Edition version, which, after the first few generations, they stopped doing that. So now we can look at First Edition, and a lot of times it does set it to damage, so please always check, damage right here. So you go up to Condition, then you got Lightly Played, Damage, Heavily Played, Moderately Played, and Near Mint. So here's Near Mint. Now, when you're looking at the cards here, and then now you got the graph here, it's got 1 month, 3 months, 6 month, and 1 year. So you can click 1 year and kind of see what it's been doing this whole time. You got 6 months, 3 months is what it normally starts it out at. So that is a very, very important one that a lot of people miss. So many people bring me collections and they think it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars because they price them out at First Edition. But they're really unlimited. And if you don't even know how to tell between a first edition and unlimited when looking at a card, it is this first edition stamp right here. So if the card does not have that, it is going to be unlimited for those first few generations. All right, next we have sales volume. So here's the Prismatic Evolutions ETB. This is the Dollar General exclusive. And I always get people asking me, you know, is this a better pickup? Is it going to be worth more because it has that $40 sticker? And right now it is selling for more than the regular Prismatic ETB. Right here, 193, 205, 185. And if we look at the regular Prismatic ETB, same thing, but without the sticker, that sold 153, 157, 163. But there's a big difference. So if we go back to the Dollar General one with that sticker, and we go look at all these numbers over here, so we got a 3-month snapshot. Low sale price, 179. Total sold 15 of these Dollar General ETBs in 3 months. We do not even have an average daily sold. And if you go look at the other ETB, total sold for the regular Prismatic ETB is 2,311 with an average daily sold of 25. So that is a massive difference. And that's why, you know, just because it has that sticker and it's worth a little bit more does not mean it's technically a better box. They rarely sell. They are hard to sell. So this stuff is important and tells a ton when you look at that 3-month snapshot. And then you can also see how many are listed and how many sellers have them. Like the listed current quantity is 2,722 ETBs on TCG Player with current sellers at 248, compared to the Dollar General one, which has a quantity of 23 with current sellers only being 15. So this box right here can tell you a ton of info, and it even has like low volatility and all that. So you can kind of see if it's selling for more or less. Very important. And same thing with cards too. Like right now, we got the Articuno from Journey Together. Comes from, you know, Journey Together, a smaller set. And a lot of times too, they do start you off at lightly played for some reason, especially for modern cards. So you want to switch that to near mint. Now it has near mint prices. But like I said, Journey Together, small set. So there's a lot of Articunos on the market. Right now, current quantity of this Articuno from Journey Together is 659. Current sellers is 349. Average daily sold is 19. And total sold in the last 3 months is 1,755. Now let's step it up a little bit. We got the Mega Charizard X. Now remember, this is also from a small set, so there's a ton of these out there, but not as much as an illustration, right? We got the current quantity at 156 from 101 sellers, and you got a 3-month snapshot, 242 sold with an average daily sold of 3. And then we can get even a little bit rarer. So here's the Black Full Art Zekrom from Black Bolt. Current quantity 33, current sellers 22. Total sold for the last 3 months is 42. And it does not even have an average daily sold because we only sold 42 in the last 3 months. So very, very important info here. And it can tell you a lot of like what is actually selling, what's going to be sitting, how rare a card is, you know, how many of them are on the market. And remember, TCG Player is not, you know, where everybody buys their cards, but it is where the majority of people buy their modern cards. Not so much vintage and mid-era, but modern definitely. And all these other apps and stuff, even Collector, they get their info from TCG Player for these modern cards. All right, next, we're going to be checking out the actual listings. So I got the Thunderous promo here. It's a $1.59 market price. So, but if you look at the very top, near mint, $1.96, but you got free shipping on orders over $50 or more. So you're going to have to pay like $1.50 in shipping on top of that $1.96. So that, you know, $1.50 or $2 card is now a $3, $4 card. But there is a way that you can get that shipping for free. So a lot of sellers have free shipping on orders over $5 or more. Right here, $1.50 plus $1.49 in shipping. So if you need other cards, you can check out their store and get a decent amount of cards to where you can get that free shipping to where you're not paying that $1.49. I know it's not too much, but if you're shopping for $1, $2 cards, that does start to add up. Like if you buy 10 random $1.50 cards and you got to pay $1.50 in shipping every single card, you know, that starts to get up there. But what you can do is you can go to filters and scroll down to the bottom and you can click sellers with at least. And you can change the amount 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever you need. I always do at least 4 because most cards are at least over $1. So right here, $1.64 plus $1.49 in shipping, free shipping on orders over $5 or more. So if it were me, I would just buy 3 or 4 copies of the card because it's always nice to have doubles, especially when you're buying a $1, $2 card. And then you throw those in the trade binder. Maybe one of them could get graded. You never know. And then that way you are getting that free shipping and at least you're getting cards instead of just paying that shipping. I know it's just doubles or triples, but still, if you cannot find any of the cards that you need that they have in their store, it is not a bad idea to just pick up a couple doubles and triples. Like I said, it's great for the trade binder, and you never really know what these cards are going to do in the future. But I love buying like these ETB promos at $1, $2 a card. I bought so many of the Mew EX SIR promos from the 151 UPC for $3, $4 a card. And same thing with the Mewtwo promo, was like literally $1 or $2 a card, getting the free shipping thing. So it can definitely pay off, especially when it's $1. And then also, when you are looking at sellers, always check the ratings. You know, some sellers are going to have bad ratings, some are going to have good ones. Let's see if we can even find any bad rated people here. Not that I'm seeing any. Click another card, Mega Charizard X. So yeah, not even a ton of bad sales here. But a lot of times it's going to be brand new people with no sales. I usually try to avoid those unless it's like a crazy good deal, and then I just take the gamble on it. But a lot of times the card comes rough and it's just, you know, a terrible time. So I just always try to stick with, you know, good sellers, 100%, 99.9%. You know, the high 90s is totally fine in anyone with a lot of sales because they actually care about their store. So they're going to take better care of you. As someone who sold on eBay for literally 15 years straight, I know sellers care about their ratings. It is very, very difficult to get, you know, 100% with 5,060 sales. This guy cares. And remember, like right now, it's set to damage. When you go look at the bottom, that's when you can go to condition and do near mint. And then it will just show, you know, the cheapest near mint card, just $32 plus $1.21 in shipping for this Mega Charizard X. That's another thing too. So if you look up here, it says near mint, $38 or $37.79. You can even go to view more data and check the last sold. This is very, very important. So if you want to get all the info for the card, I like to look at everything. So last sold, 36, 33, 33, 35. And then you look at the lowest listed available, and that is $33. Because why would someone buy your card for $36 when they can just buy it on TCG Player right now for $32, $33? So I always like to look at that. But a lot of times, this market price is different than like last sold or what is actually available. So definitely check all three things. Now, last on the list, we have art. So here is the Giratina V from Lost Origin, done by one of the most famous artists in the hobby. But if you guys did not know, when you're looking at this card, it shows the artist right here. And again, you can do this on your phone. And the other thing on your phone that I got to mention before I forget is you can actually scan the cards. And it's working pretty good. Like, it's getting better and better every time they do an update. And it makes it a lot quicker than sitting there typing in every card. It works especially good for Modern. But back to the artist thing, it shows the artist here, Shinji Kanda. You can click that and it brings up every single Shinji Kanda card that's ever been made. That's on TCG Player. And most of the time, TCG Player has pretty much 99.9% of all the cards. And then from here, you can go to high to low and see everything. So the Giratina is the most expensive, Magikarp second most expensive, and then it even shows, you know, Japanese, because remember, Japanese and English is both on the same website now. And then since I did not click Pokemon originally right away, I just typed in Shinji Kanda. As you can see, you know, was that One Piece that pops up? We got Japanese. So some other stuff can pop up. That's why I always try to do Pokemon. It just makes it so much easier. And as you can see, all the Shinji Kanda cards pop up, and now they are all in English. And if you guys did not know, he has done some bangers for some of these cheaper cards. Literally 13 cents a card. I mean, the art is just crazy. So he's a super, super fun one to collect. Sandshrew. But here, market price 14 cents. You will not be able to buy this card actually for 14 cents because you got to pay $1.50 in shipping. So that's where the shipping can get annoying. That's why if you do need a ton of cards, like I said, try to find a store that maybe has all your cards and you could bundle them all together and get that free shipping. And like I said, I know $1.50 is not much, but it does start to add up for sure. And remember, you can do this with any single artist, and you know, you can click that and look at all their cards. It's a super fun way to collect too. I think that's really popping off right now. I have so many people coming up to my table saying they're collecting a certain artist, which is one of my favorite ways to collect. If there's a certain art you like, you might as well collect that artist. And the last thing I want to mention, which I already talked about for a little bit, one of my favorite things to do on TCG Player, honestly, is go to Pokemon, English, go to best selling, and just scrolling through and seeing what is selling the most. This can actually tell a ton. I mean, you can even find out stuff like this. This Dunsparce, a common card, market price $1.98. Looks like it's the crochet card. So, you know, that's a random common that's worth $2. You could have 30 or 40 of those and you got a decent chunk of money. You can see what boxes are selling for a decent amount, what illustration rares are kind of popping off. And just because it is best selling does not mean the card is technically going up. Just means that it's selling the most. But it's really nice to see the products and everything, so it can tell a ton. So I do this literally constantly. And then even from here too, you can do filters, and you can just do, you know, cards. You could do first edition, unlimited, rarity, whatever you want to do, and it will show the best selling of that thing. So you can go rarity, and you could do secret rares. And this is the best selling. So the best selling secret rare in TCG Player is Umbreon VMAX, you know, followed by the Giratina V-Star, the Gengar VMAX, stuff like that. So super fun thing to do. And I honestly just do this when I'm bored sometimes. But I'm also obsessed with this stuff. And remember, it's going to look slightly different on your phone just because it's mobile. But basically, it's all the same exact thing. You're going to have all these filters and everything everywhere. They're just not, you know, laid out the exact same way. So hopefully you guys enjoy this video. But if you guys want to stay ahead of the market, definitely make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. If you guys want to support more, check out my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube membership, all that. You guys know what to do. You guys are the absolute best. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And then if you guys want to watch my last Falling Friday, which was a crazy one, so many giant cards are dropping, click the video above. Otherwise, if you want to watch any of my vending videos, then I have an entire playlist above also. All right, see you next time.